Greetings, travelers. Welcome to the Friday Goldbound, aka Boo Bound. Happy Friday, everybody. Good morning. Boo's checking in as well. Let me just get this camera down here. Boo is here bright and early, guys. It's not too often we have a early morning Boo appearance. How's everyone doing? Good morning, good morning. Got some gold to farm, guys. Got some gold to farm. Got a few plans for the day. There is one thing, well, two things I really want to do. Let me get this adjusted here. First things first, though. Quick little troll loop. Always hanging out at the troll loop. See if we can't get some robes of the Shadowcaster real quick. Current tag 191. Oop, why is my kind of lagging a little bit there? I think we're good. Is this still a Rothy? We are still in a Rothy, yeah. Still rolling. We haven't done a mailbox clear yet though, so it looks worse than it is. I'll probably be doing the mailbox clear off stream, and then that'll be in the video tomorrow. Tomorrow confirmed, a next Goldbound episode. So I'll do the mailbox clear tonight, get that all edited in, and we'll see where the chips lie. We'll see where the chips lie. Are we rolling a new zone on Monday? We'll have to see. We'll have to see. Alright, that's the loop there. A couple things I want to do though. I want to swap over to BFA version. Have a look. I think it's still Horde owned. But I want to do some fishing, because we never actually finished leveling up Cultier and fishing. And I'm just curious to see what fish we get once we level up Cultier and fishing all the way. So let's go cast a few rods, shall we? You've been binge watching the series up to episode 23. Fun to catch me live. Yo, welcome into the live. We got a full house here today, guys. Poncho is showing up to stream even. Go figure, guys. The cats show up because Pathwife is away today. Normally they're upstairs hanging out with Pathwife, but today, Poncho and Boo, and I think Stella was even down here earlier. Hey, Poncho. Time for decoy keyboard. Yeah, it's out and about. It's out and about. We got it right here. Let me see if I can't pull aggro. Okay, Poncho. Look at that. Decoy keyboard is out. We'll see what happens. Okay, let's get to some pools. Got a bunch of random stuff in here. And yeah, it's still Horde owned. I guess find fish is in order. Uh-oh. Poncho's going for the headphones already, guys. Got a lot going on this morning here in the stream room. Ugh. There we go. Yo, GS, good morning. Cold showers, good morning. Have I considered making a movie of all the Goldbound episodes? Sorry, I got a frog in my throat there. Have I considered making a movie of all the Goldbound episodes? I have. I was maybe gonna do it for like each zone, but I feel like a lot of zones would be one. So I'm probably gonna do like a mega movie, man, for all of Eastern Kingdom's Kalimdor. It's gonna be the thing. Like a mega. Like it's gonna be ridiculous. Type stuff. I think I'll have to remaster the original episodes though. At least remaster in the sense of like add music to episode 1. But yeah, we'll level up Cultier and Skinning, or Cultier and Fishing. The thing is, in these pools, we're still getting Sagefish, so I'm not particularly convinced that higher level Cultier and Waters is going to grant us too much more, but we'll see. See where the chips fall. Got a couple stream streakers checking in as well. Jake Campbell Games with a 55 stream streak. Sam Francisco with the 45. And Jason D with the 35. I still think making a video tier list of the zones would be great to do in the main channel. I think I like the tier list for the second channel, which we may look at a tier list today, actually. But I definitely think there's tiers to the tier lists, right? There's the individual zones, then once we're done, the continents, then expansions. So we may be looking at one today. Maybe. Stay tuned. Either way, it's kind of a fun walk down memory lane for some of these older zones, so. Yeah, the sagefish themselves, where are they at here? They're not too valuable. Like, whoa, someone reset the market apparently. Wait, let me get these listed up. 25 gold each. Hold up. Is that real or is that fake value right now on my last update? Okay, yeah, I got a little bit undercutted down. Okay, that makes more sense. We'll leave that be there. Mood Kindred, greetings traveler. Welcome in. It's only 8 fish for 4 gold, the rest was 25. Yeah, that's why I didn't list. The thing is, on Goldie, I can't purchase anything, so I can't ever reset markets like that. So instead of adding on to like the undercut at 4, I'm just gonna hold on for a little bit. See what happens. Generally speaking though, when there's a market reset like that, it's gonna come back down. Because these are worth 1 gold. 1 to 2 gold like all day. They're not, I don't think if anyone resets on the 25, like you're gonna have probably trouble holding that line. People are gonna be undercutting left and right. Some weird fish prices lately. I think that there's some people who do like fish resets. I find fish and trade goods, maybe because like the lower total average daily sold, they'll randomly be like crazy spikes. And I think people are resetting the market and whatnot.
Hi, grats on big bags.
Yo, bright little thing. Greetings, traveler. Hello, hello. And thank you. Oh, excuse me. Thank you. Bags are rolling. It felt so good to be able to open. We did like 100 lock boxes opened up. 100 junk boxes, I should say. And we were able to have them all in our bags at once. I think that was like the biggest big bag moment so far. Definitely a nice moment. Yo, the wooden gamer. Greetings, traveler with the prime. Ironbound trunks too. We'll see what we have in there. I was farming these on Pathalarics on hardcore yesterday. Like literally. We were in this zone trying to get trunks to get light leather or medium leather out of. So we'll see what we pull. But yeah, no, prices are kind of all over the place today. Goldthorn's down, Heavy Hide is down. An interesting lay of the land here for... at least for like old world materials. It's definitely pretty variable there. So water's here and here and here. So we got to go find the pools. Probably won't be around too long. Going to work on a rare Friday night. Oh, wow. Trying to get ahead of things for the week or so. Well, best of luck at work tonight, but good hanging out for a little bit. We'll get some gold farmed here while we're in the zone. bank on the bigger catabags, but you have to go back to Arathi to get those. Yeah, they're big. They're good. The thing is, like, it'll take a couple's... Well, it depends if you're Horde or Alliance. And I don't know if Horde Hammerfall has all the same profession trainers that Stromgarde has. Plus, you have to wait for the ownership cycle to swap over, so... A bit of a catch-22 there. So I think in like 1 week, the Defenders will be back open. And it's definitely worth waiting to pick up Culture and Tailoring, because I think it largely increases the drop rates of the of the cloth in the zone. Want to do a similar challenge on Final Fantasy XIV? Not sure how it would work. I've never played. It's interesting though in different games. I saw one of my friends sent me, someone was doing like a similar kind of challenge in Oblivion. I've never really played Oblivion, but it's cool to see these more like, they're in WoW now, but like RuneScape-esque snowflake challenge characters in other games as well. Especially for older games, because I think it's just a cool way to re-experience the game, so... I think you can do it in every game, you just kind of have to adjust your like, parameters. Get creative with it. And I think the big thing too is if you're making your own challenge, set the parameters in your game around the things in the game you like. Like for example, Goldbound. Like the kind of like big thing in RuneScape is chunk locked, where it's like 100% completion, which is a bit more like zone locked, like an Abel doing the 100% ATT challenges, things like that. But I'm more of a gold farmer than a collector. That's why I did gold instead of collections. So you can really just pick the favorite part of your game and make that the whole experience. They have solo only guy in Final Fantasy. It's insane. Hats off. Hats off to that lad. Oh yeah, tons of sagefish, guys. Jax West, greetings, traveler. Didn't know I streamed. YouTube videos are great. Am I on NA? Well, thanks for popping into the stream. I stream Goldbound Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And then like Tuesday, Thursday, sometimes a flex stream. Just hanging out, chatting, farming. But yeah, I am on NA, thankfully, with these token prices. We've been seeing some spikes lately, but it's still not too crazy. It's back down to 265. Yeah. Am I cooking these bad boys or selling them? I'm probably going to sell these greater sagefish, but really the reason why I'm doing this farm more so is to level up cull tier and fishing. The interesting thing about the BFA version, like with the Sidormi time, how we can swap to the BFA version of this zone, is like if I throw my rod into the water out here, it's cull tier and fishing, and my fishing skill isn't high enough to catch anything. But if I fish the pools, I catch things. So I'm really just trying to fish the pools to level up my fishing so I can actually test the open water here. Because I'm really curious as to whether or not the open water, A, has classic versus BFA fish, and B, if we fish the ocean, can we get the mounts? So that's kind of like a little bit of a question in my head for this one. T Nasty 15, thank you for the Twitch Prime. Welcome in, welcome in. Did you know while perception and finesse don't affect older zones, deftness does? Mining so fast with midnight tools. Really? I knew the deftness from Darkmoon Firewater worked in old zones, but I didn't think that the profession tools worked in old zones. That's interesting. Very interesting, actually. I guess you'll have to get to midnight to use it, but I always thought it didn't work in these zones. Wonder if cooking has any good sellers through different expansions. It could. My kind of like general thought on that is it's probably going to be largely biased to current content. Unless there's some niche crafts in older content for like professions and stuff to like maybe have increased skill or something. That's a far pool. Very far. Don't have to wait that long. There's a level requirement on them, and Dragonflight has deafness. I feel like, though, we would have to wait at least until we get to those zones. Otherwise, I don't know how we get our hands on them. Since, like, we can't buy on the auction house. So I'd have to get to Midnight or Dragon Isles to craft my own. Unless, like, who knows? Maybe there's, like, some random cheeky vendor. Like, how Stormguard worked. Possibly. Have I done the Darkmoon Fair challenge to get the token yet? I have. Yep. It was really fun. Did it in 1 week. Full episode available on youtube.com/patholorixgold. I think. I think that was, yeah, that was almost 10 months ago, maybe 9 months ago now, the Darkmoon Fair episode. There we go. Looking for a gold farm guild in NA. Do I have one? I do. Goldbound. I have a guild application. So recruitment you can apply on like the guild, like on the guild like finder. And then we just go through and accept them every day or so. So some people in the guild are doing Goldbound challenges. Some of them are doing just like gold farming collection. But yep. We're rocking and rolling on the Goldbound guild. The fishing levels are kind of slow here, unfortunately. I'll go check these pools, though. There's one. Time flies when you're having fun. It sure does. Only the dragon skinning in the south for dragon talent points. Maybe add deafness for skinning. Yeah. Even then, though, a lot of those knowledge points with professions, if you're farming anyways, you can kind of work towards it. Just applied? We'll get you in here right away. There we go. We actually got 2 applicants within like 20 seconds. Let's go. Oh man, we got to get to 175 and we're not even getting a skill point for each pool. Now that I think about it, there might be a break point where these pools don't give us levels because they are, like, we're getting classic materials even though it's BFA. We could get Rimropped here where we just like can't skill up, but we'll see. Do I open the mail to relist an undercut scan throughout the week, or only when I'm doing the mailbox open? No, I open it off stream several times a day for undercuts, yeah. So for my transmog tunes, I have one guy that does only my backlog stuff, and for that I just post and relist. I don't do undercut scans, but then I have one transmog character which is only the current zone, like a Rothy, and on that one I do undercut scans like once or twice a day, just to try to make sure I'm being competitive. And then on Goldie, it's all the trade goods, and those I just post for like 12 hours and just keep relisting. Sometimes I'll undercut scan if I'm trying to get really aggressive on it, but yeah. So I do know to a certain degree how much gold I have. At the same time, though, like on Goldie, we have multiple pages of mail, so I can't see all of the pages, right? So I don't know exactly how much we have. We're out here fishing with the trolls, it looks like. Witherbark Fisher. Witherbark Fisher. Greetings, travelers. Plenty of fish to catch in this one. Was there a couple months ago? Found none of the fish worth your time. Have I found a good fish here? Not yet, but I'm trying to get to 175 Cultiran fishing so I can fish the open water to see how that does. Otherwise, it's pretty much all sage fish here. But I'm curious if the ocean counts as like BFA fishing or if it's regular classic fishing. The good thing here about leveling up fishing is it's a secondary profession, so we never have to unlearn it again. So we're slowly going through Cultiran fishing here, but we get to keep the progress, right? We'll never unlearn it. Saw a student finally got the Twilight Blade. Oh, really? Oh, that's all. Yo, grats, student. I didn't see that. Heck yeah. What is that, like 21? He was on like 18, 19, or 20 episodes on the on the openings for sure. Yeah, the levels are really slowing down. This is going to be great in 3 years when we get to BFA. Exactly. In 3 years, we'll appreciate the leveled up fishing. I feel like at around 75 fishing, we can probably start to catch some of the fish out here. Throw some bobbles on the rod as well. We'll probably have a better chance at grabbing fish. Oh yeah, my shirt came off. Sometimes when I'm filming certain segments of Goldbound, I gotta change things for continuity to the best I can. You know what I'm saying? If I'm getting a headshot and I have the chest, but I haven't talked about the chest yet, I gotta take it off. Found something. There's technically Dark Iron Dwarves in this zone. They have BOE green with for transmog. The Dark Iron Dwarves in this zone? Really? Where are the Dark Iron? I haven't seen them. Oh, yo, yeah, on the bridge, yeah. Yeah, they're similar to, like, the Dunelgaz, they're, like, basically the Dunmodir dwarves under the bridge there. Yeah, those guys, I didn't farm the ones on the bridge when I had wetlands because, like, I feel like that part of the bridge, you kind of need both wetlands and Arathi to go to. Yeah. They have actually good drops. I thought they were similar to the drops in Dunmodir. I could be wrong. Maybe it's a different named mob. I could have missed it. I should change transmogs for every shot of the video. That's... yeah. Could you imagine? Just one different thing per shot. Yeah, I'll try to get to 75 fishing and then try a couple of casts into open water. I'm just really curious as to what fish I get. Dark Iron Supplier is only on this side? Interesting. Let me just pull up his loot tables. They have Dark Iron Leather. It looks like the rest of the drops, aside from Dark Iron Leather, are more so like generic greens. But let me see what this Dark Iron Leather's worth. Okay, like 3K. Not bad. Dark Wolf. Shh. I took my name off to not advertise it. It's less obvious without the name. Shh. I'll keep it on the down low. I mentioned ramen on Wednesday. Made you go out to get noodles. What were we talking about on... I was talking about ramen on Wednesday? We were talking about a lot of food this week. I am currently, like, in a dieting phase, so food is top of mind. Current level 28 gold farming in hardcore on Horde. Oh, I don't know about Horde, man. I guess 28 on Horde. I don't know. I don't know. You're getting close to where it starts to merge, though. No hot tips top of mind, though, Tomlin. No. Sorry. Some pretty epic fishing music here, by the way. Just trying to think of something else, because the rest of the mobs in this zone don't really have much green. Yeah, there's like... Like, the mobs in the zone, it's all, like, mid to, like, low level, like, transmog, which I probably will just vendor. There's a couple things worthwhile. It's either, like, quite bad or, like, insanely good. AKA the Dark Weavers. Why'd I choose human? I wanted to start an Elwyn Forest. So. It's the most enjoyable / nostalgic zone for me, so. Plus, most of my characters are humans. But I did generally want to start the challenge in Elwyn. Technically, you could, like, fly there on a different character, but then it's not the first zone you've been in, so. To be true to the challenge to start an Elwyn, I wanted to do that. I think it's the best starting zone in the whole game. That's just my opinion, though. What do I like about humans? I don't know, I've just always played them. Like, my first ever WoW character that I leveled was Human Paladin. Nothing in particular. For a long time, I played them because I played PvP, and they had the human racial was like the PvP trinket, basically. I do like other races too, but I don't know. Human's good fun. Night Elf has a cool zone. Not a very fun zone for Goldbound to start in. Hard zone. A lot of herbs. A lot of herbs. Honestly, yeah, though. Like, the quest lines, the story arc in Elwyn, especially surrounded by, like, Duskwood, Red Ridge, Westfall, Loch Banan. It's such a good starting story arc. In my opinion, it's the best story arc in Classic 1 to 30, is, like, Human. I think I may be biased because I played a lot of Human growing up, and so I have a lot of nostalgia. It just kind of does seem like a better leveling path than a lot of other starting zones, like Cold Ridge Valley or like the Night Elf starting zone. Night Elf isn't bad. It's a bit more linear. It just kind of goes south through Darkshore, but... I might have to mix it up for my next leveling series, though, because we've done the starting zone in humans quite a few times. Quite a few times. Maybe Man Crick's wife needs to be saved, potentially. A Horde character? Maybe. Mulligore is a pretty good story in zone. I've never really read the story in Mulligore, so that might be a fun one to do. One zone that I haven't really read the story in either, like, that deeply, is Tears Fall Glades. I'm kind of having a pull to make an undead. A little bit. The problem is I love playing Alliance. I love Alliance. I love Stormwind. That being said, Baron's music does slap pretty hard. Matter of fact, let's put some on. Let's put some Baron's music on, guys. The Kalimdor. Did I miss it? I want Barons. Ah, there we go. I want the one that just goes like drums. Orcs, probably. This might be it. Tentative. Oh, yeah. We have the Yo. That's pretty good. But yeah, we'll see. I'm really enjoying Pathalerix, the hardcore character. If we keep playing like we played yesterday, though, we're not making it to 60. If you were not on the hardcore stream yesterday, it was a pretty intense one, and let's just say we no longer have a certain consumable potion that is one-time use from a quest in Ashenvale. Let's just say that. Let's just say we might have an extra inventory slot now. Video coming soon. Video coming soon. A horde story arc would be kind of cool, though. You can't get another with that item, can you? Nope. That is a one-time use from a non-repeatable quest. So that item, once it's used, is gone. Usually people try to save it for raiding. But the thing is, if you're going to die while leveling, you may as well burn it. I mean, we are getting like some gold from these sagefish at least. RIP Night Elf Special Brew? Yes. Big time. Ba-doo. Yeah, we'll see what happens. I believe we'll get to 60, but if we keep doing what we did yesterday, that's not good odds. Oh, we got some gadget stand music. We're getting a few of these ironbound trunks. We'll open these up once we get to like 75 and try the open waters again. Although these are battered junk boxes as well. These are iron trunks, battered junk boxes. Okay. If I make a horde gold farmer, I better be a goblin. What if it's on classic though? If it's on classic, I can't roll goblin. It is a good one to roll though for the loot. Like the vendor sale, you get the discount on vendor prices. All right, we're at 74 fishing. Let me see. I'll get one more, and then fly into Refuge Point for some baubles and try some open water fishing here. One more level, though. Goblin double down. A goblin would be a good character for a double down. If you want a sad story, loot the item from the dwarf under the Tandol span in the water. Oh, yeah. I think that is an Ironforge quest, though, yeah. Well, there's 75 fishing. Let me finish off this pool, and we'll go back, get some baubles, and test and see if we can actually fish up in the regular water now. I think Refuge Point sells some baubles. Commence the epic music. Bum. A lot of trees around Refuge Point in retail. Pretty sure this person sells it. Nope. Well, this ain't... Oh, you know what it is? I gotta go to the other version of the zone. Yeah, I gotta go to the classic version to buy the baubles. And then I'll swap back. By the way, the robes of Shadowcaster from the dwarves. Robes of the Shadowcaster from the dwarves? I think the trolls, you mean? As far as I know, they drop from the trolls around the cave, right? But yeah, those things are big item. It's like the one, like, kind of like, well, one of the supers in here. But yeah, those robes are good. Did the robes of the Shadowcaster drop from the dwarves? I didn't think they did. Let me pull up the item here. I'm curious now. Because they definitely drop from the trolls. I think, Chumley, you gotta check, it changed. You're definitely on Classic. In retail, they only drop from the trolls. The trolls, like, right around this mound here. There we go, bright baubles. Oh, this is a new recipe? I'll snag it. And then swap back. Probably been asked before, but are the fishing drops any different from the other versions of Arathi? That, my friend, is the question we're trying to answer right now. The thing is, in the other version, we're getting Kaltirin, like fishing levels. So I'm trying to level it up and see if the actual open water fishing is different. Using Crummy Time, you can't get those mobs anymore. The mobs might be there, but the loot tables, like if you pull up on, like on Wowhead, if you're looking at the robes of the Shadowcaster, they don't drop in retail. Only drop from the one mob. That's why they're so valuable, because that mob is really, really hard to farm. But yeah, you can't like Crummy Time back to get classic loot tables. Chromie time will just affect the level of the mobs, and then the like item level of the drops. Yeah. But the robes are still droppable in this zone, just from a different mob. Recipes still disappear when you unlearn the profession, right? Unfortunately, yes. Oh boy, fish are still getting away. What level do we have to go to? We effectively have 85 culture in fishing right now. Let me try a couple of casts, see if we get lucky. I really just want to know if it's classic fish, and if it is classic fish, I'll cut my losses. But if it's BFA fish, then I kind of want to see what kind of fish we can get. Guess I'm fishing a few more pools. Open some trunks along the way. You can pull greens from these, technically speaking. Nothing there, though, just some leather. Okay, here it is. Wondering if it's bugged? It's possible. To be honest, it's possible that it's bugged. I wonder, like, if we're not getting any drops at like 130, then that's got to be an issue. The breaks in fishing used to be in the 25s. Did that change? I don't know how it works. The thing is, like, if you look at the profession stuff here for all the fishing journals... Oh, one sec. I missed that fish. I couldn't interact key with the thing open. They all have different levels. Like, some are 75, some are 100, some are 175, some are 200. Classic is 300. So I don't know with Culturing being 175 where the breakpoints are. So I'll just try a little bit longer here and see if we can't get something. Most profitable farm so far? Most profitable disclosed farm has been Dual Gathering, I would say. We'll see what the most profitable farm is once the mailbox clear comes in, though. I suppose. We'll just wait and see. Yo, Tempo 9126, greetings, traveler, with a Twitch Prime. All right, we're up to 79. Yeah, I'll probably double check and see if we can fish anything again at 100, or maybe even 90. Because with the baubles, we skill up. Well, you know what? No, with our fishing rod, we skill up pretty high. Oh, you know what? I need my Darkmoon fishing hat. One sec. Let me go get my Darkmoon fishing hat, because that'll increase my skill by quite a bit. What is this song? Undead Dance? Alright, that's good music. Have I ever figured out what could be crafted with the ore? I haven't double checked it yet, because we don't have the profession trainer. Once the prof trainer comes back, I'll probably have a quick look. Because I have blacksmithing anyways on my alt, so I can just learn it on my alt and have a look and see. We'll just go to Ironforge real quick and Hearth back. Probably the fastest way back and forth. You've speedrun the Goldie series on YouTube. Think you should check out the Twitch as well. Welcome into the Twitch. Hope that you enjoyed the Goldbound. The show must go on, and we must keep farming. Careful not to go into a locked zone, although the only locked zone is down here, which is Deadwind, which we're pretty far away from, so... we should be in the clear for a little bit at least. Squirrel. The old McDonald's gold farm. Hey, with the WoW token prices, it's pretty good gold per hour. If you work it out. You got 175 fish skill, and you get raw rainbow fin albacore. Is that... Hold up, is that Cultirus? It's a I think it's a classic. Wow, yeah, it's a classic WoW fish. That doesn't bode very well. Not gonna lie. Just for the +5 fishing skill, guys. So now between our fishing rod, we have +26 total fishing. That's pretty good. Should boost us up a little bit. Yo, Geeky Lumberjack, appreciate that. Objectively, like on paper, the farms we do in Goldbound aren't necessarily too intense in the moment, but I at least have fun doing them. And then it's fun to put the compilation, or composition, you might say, of the edits together. We have a new episode coming out tomorrow, though, so today or this afternoon will be a bit more editing, for sure. Mailbox clear, edit, see where we're at, because I don't know exactly where we're at as far as gold. Just because when you don't open your mailbox for a while, you have like multiple hundreds of mail. Unless you keep track of like what the first 100 had, then what the second 100 had, I don't really know how much gold I have. Culture and fishing 80. Is it just me, or is there no fish pool here? This zone is pretty darn bugged, I'm not gonna lie. There's so many fish pools that say they're here, but they're just not. Like, both of those pools I couldn't actually see. Let me try a couple open water casts. Now that we got the fishing rod, the hat, and a little more fishing skill as well, we should be able to catch something. Nope. So mailbox clear and hope for a big chunk of the token, pretty much. Yeah, still no fish. There could be some in these pools too. I'll go check them out. I wonder if I'm gonna eat my words. Crazy way to put that. About the zone being in the zone before it switches again. We'll see. It's also weird, like, I don't know what'll happen. Because the next phase, I think, is an attack phase, not an ownership phase. So I don't know when, like, the... We'll see, but I don't know when the rares fully swap over. Hopefully, we can get some kills. Because if it switches over tomorrow, even if we get the token tonight, I won't be rolling until Monday. So I could kill the rares. We'll see. 5 up row, greetings traveler. What's the name of the community? It is it's Goldbound on the community finder. You just gotta go to like the guild and communities and you search like find a community. Make sure it's cross faction. That's also the way if you're Horde to find like the guild invite, because in the community I linked the basically like the guild posting, so yeah. How close are we now? Right now we're on 7,800 gold, but that's all of the raw gold. I haven't looted one thing as far as sales from the mailbox yet, so we do have a good chunk, that's for sure, in the mailbox. The bag is looking pretty thin though. Boom. The rares reset next own phase, so Thursday at the earliest. That's crazy. It is long for these rares to reset, it seems like. So we'll see. We might not get it. We may or we may not. I'm hoping for a token soon. Do we have the oversized bobber? I do have the toy available, yeah. I don't always throw it on, though. Remember sniping the robes that dropped for me for 35 gold? Shame I mistyped 350k. Man, if you got those robes for 35 gold, GZ. G to the Z. That's a good snipe, then. Tragic mistype. Yeah, the long reset does explain the price of the pets. All the pets are like 5 to 12k. And they're a good drop rate. I'm really surprised with all the drop rates of the pets, as well as the drop rates of the mounts, that we didn't get a single pet or a mount. Because like they're all like 15%, and we killed like 15 rares. Statistically, we probably should have gotten 1 or 2 pets, or like 1 or 2 pet slash mounts, but we didn't get anything. So I guess better luck next time. You know what it was? I forgot to message my GM friend on Discord to say make sure they drop. He might have actually, I think he just got recently laid off, so I probably don't have that contact anymore. That's too bad. That's a joke, by the way, guys. That's a joke, by the way. I guess I'll never get... Wait. You know what'll be sus? If the next run of Molten Core we get Night Slayer chest. That would be suspicious. Too soon? I think that's just relevant. Although I don't have very high mythic rating, so. But yeah, no. Imagine that. This rogue GM gets banned or fired for boosting a Mythic Plus key, basically. Next day, all of a sudden, all our drops happen. We'll see, man. We'll see. We got the... For the Knights there, chest, if anything, we got the reverse GM treatment. They're blocking the loot tables. Wait, classic time walking is dropping jade pieces? That's legit. Little time walking transmog farm? Little jade leg plates? Got one pet on the clear for the other day and a toy. Yeah, they're pretty good. Like, those pets are, like, I think pretty quick sellers too. Like, looking at the average sale rates, they seem to be pretty good. No mount. Troubadourix can't catch anything in the lakes, only out in the sea, and all you... Oh, wow. Okay, Troubadourix, I'll go try the sea then. Let me go try that out. That's interesting. Let me try the sea, because, yeah, maybe the fish... So, Troubadourix, you have max cult here in fishing, and in the inland waters, you can't catch any fish. They might have just taken fish off the tables there, then. Okay, let me see if I can fish out here. I may have been leveling up fishing for nothing, guys. Let's see the deets. If the intel saves us some time here. Okay, it does. Thank you for the intel, Troubadourix. So we can definitely fish out here. So there is just no fish inland except for the pools. And then the fish here are classic fish, so... Oh my goodness, this is a loud song. And since they're not BFA fish, I don't think you could ever get the mount fishing these open waters. Because that was kind of the question. Because if it's seawater, like I think if it's seawater and like certain things can drop from the sea in BFA zones like mounts, then maybe they could drop here. But if it's going to be classic fish, it's not going to drop. You want the schooner wreckage? Okay, we'll do one schooner wreckage pool. We'll get the boxes just for you. Also, you know, we did a lot of fishing without any payoff, so let's at least get some schooner wreckage. You're right. Real quick, though, and then we'll swap. Some watertight trunks. Gotta love them. Would the hat be usable here? Generally speaking, but right now, the Darkwind Fair is not open. Yeah, Darkwind Fair isn't active right now. I think the next time it's up, it's gonna be... Yeah, the August 2nd. August 2nd, the next time it's up. Well, at least we got a couple levels of fishing. Put that back down here. Alright, what do we get in the watertight trunks? Nothing crazy there. Nothing crazy there. We also have some more ironbound trunks, though, to open up. Lots of healing potions, lots of leather. Battered junk boxes. May as well open these two as well. Save the bag space. Nothing? Nothing. Okay. Next up, guys. New segment. One sec, I gotta reload my UI here. What I think the best farm in the zone is for steady gold. For steady gold, 100% dual gathering. Yes. I can say that quite confidently, unless there's like a weird thing that I just don't know about. But steady gold is going to be dual gathering in this zone. If you want potential big spikes of gold, pickpocketing, and the shadowcasters. And then also do all the clears on BFA. Get all the vendor items, you know, to resell, like the vendor flips. And let it ride, man. Let it ride. Yeah. Haven't been keeping up with the zone streams as closely, but it seems like a slow zone. Yeah, it's like a mid-tier zone. It has potential. Like when we're dual gathering, we can get up to like 5, like 6, even if it's a really lucky hour of gathering, like 7,000 gold per hour, as far as trade goods go. So there's definitely some gold there. Which zone am I dreading the most? 2 words. Give me shivers and nightmares. Moonglade. That's gonna be a time. That's gonna be a time. That was 5 words? Well, you know, we gotta preface the Moonglade with some, like, hype it up, you know, but yeah, it's true. Isn't that just fishing pretty much? We'll see. I've heard some whispers and rumors from travelers saying what they found there. I have some initial thoughts, but I haven't looked. I haven't looked. Might have to break out the Moon Guard strats for Moonglade. You know what I'm saying? Set up shop. Maybe like a pop-up shop. Try to make some gold. Yeah, those are gonna be interesting ones though, for sure. Okay. Dance for money, precisely. That's like one of probably like the method. Only problem is I can't receive trades from other players, so that's a bit rough. All right, guys. Let me get this open here. Find a warlock and help sell summons. Oh wait, this is retail? Yeah. Alright guys, I'll be right back here. Gonna get a refill. Get a refill on the water. Boo will hold down the fort. When we come back though, it's the Elwyn tier list time. So, I'm gonna refresh the water, quick bio, and then we're gonna have a trip down memory lane for some Elwyn farms. We'll be right back. Alright, Boo? Probably put those over here, actually. Headphones. Got some water. A little flavoring. Did Bood hold down the fort all right? Isn't there an item you can buy for like 10G and other players can loot it for 9 gold? Yeah, the Easter eggs. I think you might have to use the currency for it though. Bro definitely sold the robes because he's in a tier list. I don't think there's any sales on the robes in the last week or two. I'm looking at the markets. Anyways, here we are. Back in Elwyn. I just want to talk about some of these old farms because how many months removed are we now? We're about 10 months removed. Total time played in Elwyn, I think, was like 4 or 5 days played for the WoW token. And so I've gone through and I've kind of like compiled my favorite farms from the zone and kind of like classified them as what I think are the best ones. So we have a couple icons here. I'll just briefly go over the farm itself and rank it. Some of them are going to be better than the others. Now the first farm, kind of just going basic on it, is going to be the mining only farm. As far as the actual route, the mining route was pretty much literally just like a loop around the entire zone. Generally speaking, coming down through the middle. Unfortunately, in this zone, no Zadormi here, so we can't swap back and forth. But as far as the actual copper ore per hour, I was pulling about 631 copper ore per hour, which if we look at the current market values, we can get like a current price on that, because it used to be a lot better. Copper ore. Yeah, it's down to 2 gold, 28 silver per copper. So right now with current market values, what's that? 631 times 2.3. So 1451 gold raw. Now this one, we were able to improve this one by either smelting it into copper bars, which would be an improved value here. So 3.19 times 631. So with processing into copper bars now, it would be like 2,000 gold per hour, which is still pretty bad. And even one step further, with engineering, we could go to handfuls of copper bolts, which now is, back in the day when we were here, they're like 4 gold, 50 silver each. They like at least 3 to 4 gold. Right now, the copper bolts are actually a loss because it is a 1-to-1. Definitely a 1-to-1. So right now, it's not the greatest, not the worst though. As far as Elwyn goes though, where's this at? As far as Elwyn goes, it is one of the better consistent gold farms. So this is going to be like a completely Elwyn-based log. Not any gold farm in the game. So as far as Elwyn goes, honestly, I'm putting it is low-key A tier. Here's the thing, because when we get into the other ones, you'll see why mining has to go into A tier for Elwyn Forest. Jumping straight into the next one, which is herbalism only. Herb only. This one, also super volatile farm. Herb only, the route was pretty similar. You get Silverleaf, Peace Bloom, and Silverleaf, Peace Bloom, what else? Oh, else? I guess mostly those two. They tend to be the same price each. 250, so they've kind of held their value. Peace Bloom. Yeah, 270 each. So I kind of just treated Elwyn herbs as like 1 herb is 1 unit. And in herb only, I was able to get 612 herbs per hour. Oh yeah, Earthroot. Yeah, Earthroot, a little bit less. So I was able to get like 612 herbs per hour with an average herb price now of 2.5. 1530 gold. which with current prices is low-key kind of rivaling mining. I do think that herbs has some other good angles, because what we were able to do with herbalism is swap over to inscription and process it into alabaster pigments. So for example, the average hour of herbs, if it was 612 herbs per hour, you would be able to move that into 357 alabaster pigments. If I can find it. We don't want those, we want alabaster pigments. There we go. There we go. Wait, is it actually that good? Yo, alabaster is up right now. It's 10 gold min buyout, but I think someone might have reset the market on this recently, because historical prices are 6 gold, but wow. So right now, this might be the meta if you are in Elwyn, because even with like recent market values of 6.3, that's 2.2k per hour. If you actually sell it at 10 gold each, though, 357 times 10, that's like 3.5k per hour if you're in Elwyn. Isn't it 5 herbs per alabaster? You think of something else? I'm just going off like when I was in the zone. When I had 612 herbs, I milled it down and I got 357 alabaster pigments. So right now it is profitable, it seems, because you can get multiple pigments per mill, but it is less. It goes to like kind of like just over half. You can go a step further potentially, depending on the values with inscription, by doing like glyph of the stars. This glyph, no. I can't find it here. Let me look it on. I'll look up on TSM. When I was farming it, the kind of breakpoint. Is that not how you? Is that not how you spell it? Glyph of the stars. Oh, glyph of stars, maybe. Like there might not be. Might not be a the. Yes, that's it. Yeah, don't make this right now. The breakpoint back when I was here, it was if it was over 35 gold each. Basically, it's like 3 alabasters to craft one of these. So right now, I would not do that. So that makes herb only. Honestly, right now, not when I was there, herb only is low-key, I'd say still A tier, but a little bit better than mining only. Just because the potential production value can increase it more with inscription. Whereas mining, the handfuls of copper bullets are kind of trash right now. Not bad. And then, as far as dual gathering goes, just real quick, I'm going to call this dual gathering here. I'm going to want to check the prices, because we would get 297 copper ore dual gathering times 2.5, so 752 or 750. And then 447 herbs times 2.5 plus 750. So dual gathering is a little bit better, but then you have the downside of mining not being processed. But then again, it's actually pretty darn good. I'm just calling the zone picture here dual gathering. I would personally go slightly preferred it over herbalism, just because the glyphs and the inscription can be kind of volatile, which makes sense. I mean, Elwyn, all these are going to be A tier. It's just steady gold. This is going to be the tried and trues. No issues there. Next one, guys. Let me fly down to it. We got to talk about it. We got to mention it. The Murloc farm. This one was a little bit different. All right. This one was a farm for trade goods. You're getting like barnacled clams, linen cloth, a whole bunch of stuff. I think this was the first farm we really like understood how bad the open world anti-hyperspawn mechanics were. One sec, let me get out here. Because it's not good. It's not good. what I have written down here, the stats I have from the Murlocs per hour, 240 barnacled clams, which are literally 39 silver each. 410 Murloc fins, which are 6 silver each. And 70 linen cloth. It's like 60 gold per hour, guys. $60 gold per hour. We're going D tier. Only reason I don't go F is like if you need linen cloth, not a terrible idea. Just for like your own production reasons. But honestly, don't farm them if you need gold, don't farm Murlocs. Alright. Alright, what else do we got here? We did that one. Alright. Let's talk about the zone transmog. As far as the zone transmog goes, I kind of want to just overview some of like the big hitters. And I'm probably going to go through like a lot of the old zones, just like reminisce on some of these farms. But really the only transmogs I would say are worth specifically noting are going to be the rares. So we have Mother Fang, right? So Mother Fang has the Brood Mother Carapace, which is probably the most valuable item in the zone. It's like 100 to 300k. I think I sold mine that I got for like 110k at one point. It can be hard to get though. So it took me a lot of kills to get it, but it is campable. Then you also have Fed Fennel, who has the Pale Skinner. This item varies. You'll get like 2 to like 20,000 gold for it. Market value here is 20k for the Pale Skinner. Not terrible. Definitely worth farming and killing. And then of course, guys, none other than Turos Lightfingers. He has two things. He has a Thuggish Shield, if I can find it here on the tables. Where's the shield at? It should be here. Thuggish Shield. Where is it? Do they not have it on the tables? On here? That's crazy if so. I don't see a shield icon. Well, it does drop. I don't know why Rare doesn't have it. Let me open it up on Trade Skill Master then. Thuggish Shield. So yeah, this is the shield that can drop from them. It is a white shield, but it does have a pretty good market value. 10,000 gold. Decent sale average. Average sale value 2,000 gold. So it's a couple thousand gold price ticket. Another notable item from him, though, is the fingerless gloves. Another white item. With a decent market value. These are definitely worth selling if you get them. Like average sale price 600 gold, 6k value. So not bad. On top of that, the only other things I would say is it is worth killing the mines, like kobolds in the mines for the shovels, as well as the gnolls down here for the stone gnoll hammers. I sold so many of those white items for like 1 to like 10k. So those are the ones I would say worth getting. And overall, transmog, as far as tier list goes, I think it's squarely B tier here. It's all kind of hard to farm, but if you do get it, you can get some good prices for it. It would be lower if there wasn't the Broodmother Carapace, because that is like a really good one to get. It's a unique appearance, so definitely worth having on the list. But I still wouldn't spend as much time doing it as I'm doing Dual Gathering. Alright, guys. Real quick, fishing. If you fish right here, it's 6 gold per hour. Don't fish in Elwyn Forest. Fishing is our F tier. It's literally like 6 gold or less per hour. You get raw bristle whisker catfish and small brilliant fish. Terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Skinning. Another interesting farm. The spot to skin for sure is the McClure Vineyard. So down here, there is basically a set of... Where am I? There's a set of boars that do hyper spawn if you kill them, which is actually the origination of our boar killing macro here. The problem is boars, I think I actually have skinning right now too. Boars give you light leather, and light leather is worth like 1 to 2 gold each. So it is some consistent gold as far as you get about 450 skins per hour if you're doing it okay. You can maybe top out higher if you have Darkmoon Firewater or if you're a Worgen, but you still also get some scraps as well. So it ends up being like around like 500 to 800 gold per hour. But if you're leveling up leatherworking or something, it can be worth it. As far as a real farm though, I wouldn't do this personally for like real gold. So it's going C tier for me. Still a good resource farm though if you have to farm some leather. Next up, guys, this one here is just like a weird symbol for like general production crafts, aka what we were talking about for the minerals and stuff. I have a couple other notable ones here though. It's going B tier for doing inscription processing, jewel crafting processing, tailoring crafting shirts can also be quite good here. What else was profitable? I think those are the big three. Even some blacksmithing and some leatherworking just to sell the individual items, not bad. But guys, I think you guys know this icon. The frayed knot. Now, let's be honest, the frayed knot has come down a little bit in price since the historical crash of 2025. It has come down a little bit. Okay, you know, we've seen it come down. When I was in the zone, initially it was worth 1.7 thousand gold each. The average sale price I had in the zone after the market came down was about 150. The frayed knot loop, what you really want to do is kill all of the humanoids and pickpocket them around this loop. The Brackwell Pumpkin Patch. There's some like Defias here. All of the rogue wizards around Stone Cairn Lake. All the humanoids here. And then all the Defias through here. If you do that, if you just pickpocket them, sorry, don't kill them, and you pickpocket all around the zone, you have a massive loop and all the pockets will reset. And you can get up to 30 knots per hour. 30 knots per hour is really good. Even with current market values, 30 times 75 is 2.2k per hour. Sometimes the markets on frayed knots do get reset. Like if we look here, 3 months, they've been as high as 240, 270 gold. So it's not impossible to get sales in those higher ranges. But it's one that you definitely want to stock up and slow sell. Yeah. That being said, there is a slower and more AFK farm here down in the Brackwell Pumpkin Patch for the frayed knots. Let me go down there real quick because you can kind of AFK it. There's 3 named mobs there that can be pickpocketed for the frayed knot. Oh, let's get there real quick. So in this little building here, in the Brackwell Pumpkin Patch, you got these guys. So the idea here is you pickpocket all 3 of them, and you kill them. Ideally, you have AoE spec, and they take like 40 seconds to respawn, but you can just pretty much infinitely pickpocket them. The frayed knot itself has value because it's used to purchase one of the bauble worms from Keeper Talhut in Erebos. Basically, it's one of the 3 reagents needed to buy the battle pet. So, at least when I was in the zone, and specifically now, it's still pretty good. I'm low-key putting this S tier, guys. You can't take frayed knots out of S tier. If you can even get a couple sales a month for 200 gold, let's go. So as you see here, though, they respawn, you pickpocket them all, and you kill them. This is a slower knots per hour than something like the full loop, but it's AFK. Now we did have a couple other like mini farms in there, but these are like the big ones we tested. And that, guys, is the Yellen Forest tier list. So, yeah, it's something I had to get out. You know, I had to talk about. GG's. GG's. Do you know that icon? I'm afraid not. But yeah, guys, do you agree, disagree? with the frayed knot icon. I'm surprised with some. I haven't looked at the market values on a lot of these in a while, so I was surprised with some of them. Yeah, they're used to purchase the pet Narebos. Exactly. But yeah, right now, like if I was in Elwyn, based on that recent assessment, I literally think it's a alabaster pigment angle. Alabaster pigments are juiced right now, guys. For Elwyn, I feel like the Elwyn herbs kind of have like returned to like super low prices, but the alabaster pigments seem to low-key kind of be like midnight housing prices, like 10 gold each. Tip: you could every once in a while revisit some of the more profitable farms and zones for a token. It would be fun to see how you could farm gold in a mix of zones with the hinds that you have now. Yeah, that's a good idea. That's what the current Eastern Kingdom's forfeit would be. So right now, at least on Eastern Kingdoms, if I go into a locked zone, I basically have to farm a token in our currently unlocked zones speedrun style. And so I'd go through all the old zones and kind of see. But yeah, I think there's some good good farms back there, especially in some other zones. I'm getting a video of the tier list. Probably second channel, yeah. I'll do like a second channel upload for it. Are we doing a mailbox opening live today? Probably not live today. I will be doing a clear though, because I gotta finish the edit for Goldbound tonight, and it has to have an auction house clear. I haven't cleared the auction house yet. We shall see. Wonder if any of the other items needed for the bobbleworms have shot up in price. It's possible. I mean, the last I checked on the bobbleworms, the other two items, it was like a wolf carcass and a rabbit's foot or something. And I don't think they were particularly hard to acquire or valuable. Although, matter of fact, I think they were kind of the same price as the frayed knot is now. Ironically. Mowalk the Crusher. No loot. Do a quick rare loop here for some of these guys. How much gold left for the token now? Well, as far as raw gold, because I haven't done a mailbox clear, so we only have 7.8k raw. That's just all like currency and vendor looted. So hopefully a little bit higher. Folded handkerchief is going for 246 right now? Really? What's the sale rate on that? Well, how do you spell that again? Folded handkerchief? Handkerchief? Folded handkerchief. Oh, yeah. I'll show you guys this as well. The price is high on the folded handkerchiefs, but it has a 0 sale rate. So I don't know. I mean, it might be worth listing one, but the sale rate is 0. I don't know. Was doing laundry what made S tier? This is the ending of what I came up to. Frayed Knot was the only S tier. Only A tiers were like gathering or production from gathering. B tiers was transmog and like off meta production. Skidding, C tier, killing murlocs D tier, and fishing F tier. That's what I came to. Yeah, I mean, the folded handkerchief has a good value, but it might be basically hard to sell. Because the frayed knots have like a 20 to 50 average sale per day, generally speaking. Fishing goat. Hey, sometimes a man's got to fish. But don't do it now when if you're trying to make gold. Do it in like Dark Moon Fair or something. Raw gold not even getting a mention. Yeah, there's just no raw gold farms. I guess it would be raw gold would find itself F tier below fishing. Probably. I guess though it depends on what level you're farming for raw gold. Because I think raw gold would be really impacted by chromie time scaling. Because theoretically, like, raw gold could actually be, like, kind of okay if you have the right item level to vendor. Now that I think about it. So that'd be pretty volatile, I think. Because, like, I got this notched short sword. Although it vendors for 13 coppers, so never mind. I think Elwyn raw gold is still quite low. Not including dancing on the mailbox and gold shire is a crime against gold making kind. That's true. I've never tested it is the problem. Maybe one day I should do a test on Moonguard for that gold farm. I will check in on Geomancer here. You think I would make millions dancing in Goldshire? Maybe. Never mind, must have blanked out and misremembered. The handkerchief isn't for anything. All good. I mean, the market value does say 250 gold, but it... Yeah, the sale rate just isn't there. There's a couple other weird items, though, like for the Keeper Talhoot that could be valuable. Like the Rabbit's Paw or things like that. Or Bear Carcass. But they're pretty cheap. Yo, Brixie with the 110 stream streak. Greetings, Traveler. Doesn't look like we have Geomancer up, so I'll walk out here. What TSM profile do I use? Well, I use... For some things, I have like little mini Trade Skill Master operations I've made. I can't really open it up because it low-key does leak my alts. But what I do, so I make my own like basic ones, but then for more like flipping based ones or complex ones, I do use like gold cap, their operations. They're in like the gold capped gold guides. Code PATHALERIX10 if you want 10% off. But I do have a YouTube video about how I make my basic operations. But those are very, very basic operations. So for the more complex like reposts and like flipping, I just use the pre-made operations. I don't do any flipping on Goldie though. Yeah. Makes you wonder where the tier list would be in Arathi Highlands. Some zones have pretty polarized tier lists, I think. Like Vashir. The Vashir tier list would be pretty crazy. Flamescar Junk Box, S tier 100%. S plus, dude. That's like my favorite farm in the game right now. Let's see if Saurux is up. He is. Pretty sure that rating would be different if you didn't get the pieces, though. Can I tell you a secret? I was always going to get the pieces. I had 3 days where I was literally only going to pickpocket. I was locked in for like as many as it took. I was going to get it. I believed. Theoretically, I could have not gotten it, but in my heart of hearts, I believed. I think specifically, like, it's very easy to not get it in a sample size. But I think based on the drop rate from the flame scarred junk boxes, it is a little more targetable than like meets the eye. Within, like, if you take 40 hours of farming, like, you'll probably get it. Getting both was crazy though, yeah. Not gonna lie, getting both blades was pretty nutty. And I got it way earlier than I thought I would as well. Greetings, travelers. How's everyone's Friday going? Friday's going good. Enjoying some Arathi Highlands out here. Farming some gold. Grabbing some gold thorn, actually. That's skill. Yeah. I feel like every single drop now, I just want to make GM jokes. Like every single lucky drop, it's just teed up, man. It's just like the ball's right here. It's not even moving. It's just teed up to knock it out of the park for anything rare now. To get the Naga group, do you have to do a quest line or something? Yeah, it's a very specific quest you quest up to in the storyline. In the Vashir video, I kind of explain what part of the storyline and how to make sure you get it. But I think it's like chapter 7 or something. But it starts one of those quests where you're on a griffin and or like on like a seahorse, and you're throwing grenades and bombs, and you have to kill like 100 of the incoming forces. If you just don't do that quest, you have the phase to do the pickpocketing. And I will never do that quest on Goldie. We will leave that pickpocketing farm available for all times. For all times. Have I recovered from yesterday? From the heart rate of the hardcore? I have. I think I've made a full recovery. Yo, Brew Baker, don't forget to like the stream. Greetings, traveler. Appreciate that, and welcome in as well. Swap back over here to... This is normie time, and reset all the nodes. There it is. I do currently have skinning. I did a cheeky swap. A cheeky swap. Got 300 classic, and I haven't been doing culture and skinning, obviously, but I do have some. A little cheeky skinning swap. What's the splash plate on our current level, actually? 2 days, 8 hours on 84. Careful saying the whole GM helping get an item. Blizzard fired someone yesterday for death touching mobs in Mythic Plus. That's exactly what I'm joking at, though. That's like the irony I'm playing at. That whole situation is crazy. Because before it was always a joke, and now it's like, well, it legit happened. They say it was a one-off situation, but that's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Which raid cosmetic am I looking forward to most along my journey? Maybe Night Slayer chest. Realistically though, Thunder Fury Blessed Blade of the Windseeker is like a raid cosmetic, like that sword. Probably that. Other than that, tier sets. What other tier sets am I looking forward to? I'm not super familiar with the rogue tier sets, to be quite honest. Back from dinner, did you miss the tier list? You did. I will post the tier list though on as like a second channel, like mini video. Did I say Thunder Fury, Blessed Blade of the Windseeker? I do believe I did. Wild Steel Bloom. Where my gold thorn at? There it is. Rogue tier 3 and 4 are the best? Let me have a look. So, this is tier 1. We technically did get the chest to drop. I didn't realize it. It happened on October 31st, so I'm waiting to get it again. We have Blood Fang. Tier 3. Yeah, tier 3 is actually crazy. I don't think I've ever seen this set in my whole entire life. Oh, tier 4, yeah. Wait, tier 4 is a recolor of the Traveler set. Like, actually. No, that's 2.5. Oh, is this tier 4? This is Burning Crusade, Dungeon. Oh, these aren't tiers. AQ set is 3 or 2.5. Nightblade is tier 4. Yeah, tier 4 is actually sick though. I'm not gonna lie. Gruul's Lair. I don't have any of that set. Nada. Yeah, a little bit of a recolor here on these ones. Death Mantle Classic. Classic, classic, classic. Then the recolor on the Merciless Gladiator. I have a little bit of the Merciless Gladiator set, I guess. Slayer into Black Temple. Classic set as well. Vengeful Glad. Somehow I don't have the Vengeful Gladiator set. I guess I never got that achievement. Low-key bit of a swing and a miss on this Hunter set here. A little bit of a Hunter set that, you know, maybe swing and a miss on that one. Yeah, an axe is sick, actually. I've never looked through the rogue tier sets. Like, I've looked through, like, as a paladin main, like a lot of paladin stuff, but never really the rogue stuff. Sunwheel design always felt so weird to me. Yeah, I don't know what they were going for with that one, but I'm not a big fan of the Sunwheel set for rogues. Oh yeah, this one, dude. This is a swing and a hit, man. This one? Yes. I'd say this one's a success. Furious Glad? Meh. This is like a... not too great. Van Cleef's Battle Gear. How is this Van Cleef, man? That does not give Van Cleef at all. I don't know about that one, guys. Relentless Glad. That's cool. I don't care. This one's cool. A bit of a big shoulders for a rogue, though. This is a very bulky rogue set. It's giving, from the top up, it's giving warrior, man. This is a cool set. Yeah, this is a cool set. Spooky, spiky. This set gets 2 big booms. You like that one? Wrigglehoof, fair, fair, fair. There's so many armor sets in this game for rogues. Okay. Vicious Gladiator's leather armor. It's basic, but I like it. There's also different levels, right? Different recolors for Glad versus Honor gear. This is classic. We have a lot of this from BOT. We have most of this set. This makes me think of like Uldum. I guess it's Cataclysm, so it makes sense. But it's very like sand, like a desert vibe. We have pretty much the full set though from our BOT clears. Where'd they go? Oh, it saved our spot. Sweet. Whoa. We might be in trouble here, guys. I think I sufficiently juked him out. We're out of here. Alright, let's go back to our sets. We lived. Lived to fight another day. Greetings, traveler. Oh boy. Alright. Let's continue. I'm enjoying looking at these sets while we farm some herbs. Vestments of the Twisted Grove. We're now into Cataclysm. This is a druid set, though, no? Like... this just looks like a druid. Twisted Grove, yeah. Okay, yeah. Yeah, this was PvP in Cataclysm. What does druid look like in Kata? It's literally a druid set. It is the same set as the druid. Okay, yep. That's a bit lazy, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, I wasn't wrong. It is legit the druid set, okay. At least I'm not going crazy on that. I need to create a mod that farms herbs for me. I think that might be a little bit against terms of service. Just a tad. Do you want to see some cool or sets that suck? Go Hunter. Yeah, I think maybe some expansions they just had all leather sets be the same. Not ideal, I don't think. This one, Firelands, Heroic. It's okay. I kind of like this one. It's pretty out there. But at least it's like, it's very rogue-like, you know what I mean? It's like a weird, like, undead rogue or something. I wouldn't want to fight this dude. I'll tell you that right now. Sign me off. Black Fang, I'm Batman. Is this the Batman set? I guess kind of, yeah. The eyes, it does have the Batman look. Is there a black version? Oh yeah. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Sun Pearl clothing, Mr. Pandaria. This is so mop coated. This is so mop coated, it's crazy. We're just gonna quickly click through these. Wow, that's really mop. There we go. That's pretty good, actually. The honor gear. Heart of Fear. They kind of went for that. What was that one set that had the weird head? They kind of went for that again, it looks like. I don't hate it. I don't love it. I don't hate it. It's a Night Slayer variation? I guess so, yeah. I don't know about this one, though. I don't know about this one. Collar with a weird mask helm. Yeah, I guess there's a lot of... Yeah, a lot of, like, rogue sets are somewhat derivative of Night Slayer. With the collar and, like, the weird little, like... little cap helm, I guess. Grievous Glad. That's kind of cool. This is clean. That's clean. Basic, but I like it. Siege of Orgrimmar, man. We're going through a walk down memory lane here. This is crazy. Okay, okay, I see this. This is PvP for sure, right? Yeah, this is PvP. Prideful Glad. Yeah, I get it. This is a mage set. Shatrath. I mean, Shatrath, yeah. Path busy looking for a Hillsbrad costume, gets too close to the wall and discovers Hillsbrad. Nah, let's hope not. We're pretty locked in, I think. I don't think I discovered Hillsbrad, right? Nah, we're good. You gotta be careful, though. You can still get the tier 3, but it costs like 3 mil. Yeah, I heard that there's like the worker, like you can get it from the sets, right? I like this one. This Glad set, man. I like it. This one is alright. I like how it's dripping. There's so many sets in the game, it's actually crazy. Wild Companions leather armor, okay. Looks like a warlock set? Yeah, I guess, yeah. How's the zone farming looking? Are there any good farms? There's some decent farms for sure. We're just doing some herbalism right now. It's one of our better consistent farms. I did drop mining, but herb is pretty chill by itself too. You have to grab gathering some ore or some herbs. These look the same. They kind of got the big paw, which is kind of cool, like a panther. This is the Black Panther set. It kind of looks like. Wait, no, this is literally the Black Panther armor. That's kind of nice, actually. Oh yeah. Yeah. Set this one to heroic. Oh, mythic is where this one's at for sure. Oh, I liked the seasons where the actual PvP from like combatant or like honor gear to glad was different. I like that. I don't like it being a recolor. I like a new set. I think that's cool. I think that just like that way. I mean, sure, a new colored set you can tell who has the achievement, but like seeing the actual glad set is so cool, man. This looks like a cloth set. Skyborn, Brigadier, Legion Remix, eh? A lot of these are pretty basic. Yeah, that's good. Yep. It kind of starts to get a little bit basic after that. I don't know what my favorite one was, though. I did like some of the PvP sets, to be honest. As far as like maybe a favorite set, it might be one of the PvP sets. Bloodfang Forever and Ever. Bloodfang is cool. Do Hunter and see the horror? I don't know if I want to subject your eyes to that, guys. The horror of the Hunter sets. I think I've seen some of them, and I don't think it looks too good. Check out the Spider Splatter Mace. I don't have a good add-on to pull up, like individual items. I'm just using like the collection thing for the sets. I don't have like an add-on to pull a individual item ID. I should really get one though. Some of the Paladin sets are my favorite. Hunters deserve to be neglected, TBH. Maybe because they the transmog got neglected because Blizzard just thought, hey, they're gonna need on everyone else's gear anyways, man. Why make specific hunter gear if all gear is hunter gear? Am I right? Understandable. W Blizz. Especially in vanilla, yeah. Especially in vanilla. Especially weapons in vanilla. Too many times we've seen, oops, no more ammo halfway through a classic dungeon. I had a pretty epic moment this one time. I was queuing dead mines with a dwarf hunter. Dude ran out of ammo, and then we got to the goblin foundry, and I didn't realize the goblin foundry is like legit operational, and so he was able to craft up more ammo using like the tools in the goblin foundry, like right before Sneed. No, right before, not Sneed, Glint or whatever. That was pretty epic. So, at least in Dead Mines, if your hunters run out of bullets, say, hey, we'll get you some at the foundry. As long as they have materials in their bags, I guess. Gotta stop by for our kills on the Shadowcasters, guys. May as well tag these guys too. Yeah, they have to have engineering. I guess it works a bit better with self-found hunters. Because like most self-found hunters will have something to craft ammo, right? Anyone else having TSM crashes the last few days? I haven't had any issues myself, Timmy, and I've been doing reposts. I've had a lot of issues on Classic, though, with things. Yeah, definitely Classic has been a bit buggy. Feel Hunters should have had ammo crafting? Yeah, like as a base thing. Kind of like how Rogues have, like, lock picking. I don't disagree with that. I think that's honestly a pretty fair take. Yeah, and rogues can make poisons. Otherwise, like, it would be akin to poisons being an alchemy craft. You know what I mean? Like, if rogues pretty much had to run alchemy to buy their poisons. That's like the same as hunters making ammo, I think. I guess it's confirmed Blizzard does not like hunters. That would be kind of cool, Tavi, if like each class had a specific profession. Because like rogues have poisons. Every class could have a profession. That would kind of be cool. Like as an idea, like a thought experiment. Yeah, at some point hunters got to stop feeding pets and buying ammo. It's true. That's such a bag space thing. Same with like warlocks. Warlocks and hunters in classic. Warlocks with their soul shards, hunters with their ammo slot and meat. They are tight on bag space. I'm kind of just pickpocketing these guys to wait for the Shadowcasters to respawn, to be honest. Because the Lucky Charms are actually quite profitable. Like, it's a good little passive income. Not to mention, a couple more battered junk boxes never hurt. Try our hand. Orton video tomorrow? Confirmed. Goldbound. Main channel drop tomorrow. 8 a.m. Mountain Time. Be there or be square. Rogues used to have a poison reagents. Yeah, warriors throwing knives, paladins reagents. You don't miss vanilla? I feel like that's part of the thing I kind of like about it. But that's also coming from someone who like intentionally made retail way more inconvenient than it has to be, so maybe I just like, I don't know. Maybe I got some issues. It's entirely possible. Shadowcasters are back up. Are all of them back up, though, is the question. I might have to send some mail off to the transmog alt. Earliest version of the game that suits you is Wrath. Wrath is awesome. Wrath is awesome. I do really like Wrath. I absolutely love... I feel like Wrath leveling pace, like 1 to 80, is kind of my favorite... Well... kind of my favorite leveling pace. Maybe now I more so like the classic pace, because it is slower 1 to 60 in classic than Wrath. But I like the experience of leveling. Like, I like being able to make an alt, and the whole purpose of the alt is just enjoy the leveling process, leveling up. Back in Wrath, I didn't really play endgame. I would just gold farm and level alts. Like, that's what I did. And I absolutely loved it. I would do, like, on my main, I would do, like, BGs. I would, like, do some dungeons. I would try to get into, like, a TOC. Get kicked. I was like 13, so I was not very good at the game. But I could level. That's all that I cared about. I vividly remember leveling up my Warlock in Grizzly Hills, swapping from Destro to Affliction, and finding out that there's a talent for like corruption or one of the dots that would be like a lifesteal, and then pulling like 15 mobs and not dying. I was like, oh my gosh, this is the best thing ever. Affliction AoE heal. I'm like life stealing from everyone. Oh, that was amazing. Absolutely amazing experience. Addicted to hitting level 30 on Priest and getting Vampiric Embrace. Is it that good? I have been leveling a lot of Paladins. So as much as I would love to do like a Inquisitor revival after the Path of Lyrics, I feel like I probably shouldn't do another... I probably shouldn't do another Paladin right away. I probably should mix it up. Once we're done with the Paladin. I got a couple ideas that I do want to do, though. Now you can't even get through 2 zones before you hit max and start time walking. Or stop time walking, yeah. It's good for getting into the game with the game being max level, but it's not good for experiencing the world. And that's the difference, right, between classic and retail. You went from 49 to 71 in 5 dungeons. Yeah, that's wild. Wait, hot off the press is juicy rumors? D&D is doing official WoW stuff, really? Wouldn't be surprised if Magic does a WoW set next year, announcement at BlizzCon. That'll be interesting. Why bother with stealth when you're one-shotting the mobs anyway? I'm pickpocketing, is why I'm re-stealthing. And then I'm only really killing them so they respawn with fresh pockets. But sometimes I will stealth in dungeons, because I do get a speed boost in stealth, like 20% move speed in stealth. But yeah, for the most part, I'm really just doing these guys for the pickpockets. And to kill time while the trolls respawn around them. Shut up, I'll be poor. Man, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I think this BlizzCon could be hype. It could be really hype, this BlizzCon. I'll be sitting there all ears, man. I think I might have tweaked a muscle in my stomach training. Either that or like, I don't know. It's not doing too great. Don't have to pay to watch this year, it's all free? So does that mean it's like all free, not just the opening ceremonies? That's kind of nice. I like that. Bundles are only cosmetics. That's what I was seeing. Like, there was no tickets in the bundles. Everything will be on Twitch. That'll be cool. We'll have to do, like, a watch party. I probably, like, I feel like with a watch party, you can't, like, stream what they're doing. But you can just have it over, like, I can watch it on my second monitor. Like, while everyone else is watching, too, on their own monitors. That way, like, you probably can't stream the stream, but, like, you can probably be live while it's going on, just seeing what's happening. Playing the game as well. We'll be relatively freshly back from Ireland at that point. I feel like it'll be a big BlizzCon this year. I think so. I think there's going to be a lot going on. I'm going to Ireland? Yeah. So I'm going to for Natural World's Strongest Man in Scotland. That's from like August 16th to like 22nd. And then after that, since I'm already across the pond, Chug Life and I are going over to Ireland, just the two of us for a week. We're going to travel around together. So that'll be fun. Just a vacation. And then we'll come back. And then it's pretty much BlizzCon. Only reason we're not going with Pathwife and Chug, significant other, is they got to go back for work like immediately after the strongman competition. So they're going to be in Scotland with us, but then they got to go home. And then Chug Life and I are sticking around and going to Ireland. It's going to be legit. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, maybe we'll have to like drop a meetup one of the days. Just say, hey, we're hanging out here. If there's any travelers in Ireland. Come grab a Guinness with Chug and Path. A little Irish hangout. Best Indian food you've ever had was Dublin from a place called Pickles. Highly recommended. Okay. I'll be fresh off the competition, so I won't be dieting for that week. It's going to be a bit of a week off the meal plan, if you know what I'm saying. I think it could be quite good, matter of fact. Hopefully they're not salty about not being able to go to Ireland. Nah, they're pretty close as well, and what they're doing, so we're gonna be in Scotland for like I said, August 16th to like 22nd. They're actually, and so Chug Life and I are flying directly into Scotland. Chug, I'll just call, they're not married, but I'm just gonna call her Chug Wife. It's just easier. Chug Wife and Path Wife are actually leaving a week earlier and going to a undisclosed country together to hang out on a vacation, and then coming to meet Chug Life and I in Scotland. So they're having their own vacation before meeting us in Scotland, and then we're having one. So I think they low-key kind of did feel bad, and then they planned a vacation together. So it's all good. Everyone's happy. Everyone's happy. But they, yeah, it is too bad with the timing though. I would have loved to have been able to have everyone stick around after, because before the competition, Chug Life and I are going to be pretty strict on like sleep schedule, food and drink, and all that. So after the competition, we can eat whatever, not worry about a weight class, have a couple pints, you know what I'm saying? One in Rome. Whereas before, we'll be like, I wouldn't really want to travel before because I'll be pretty locked and dialed. Don't repeat the priest's ending while in Ireland. We'll be careful at the cliffs. We'll be careful at the cliffs. Avoid Temple Bar at all costs. Tourist trap with expensive Guinness. Yeah. Pathwife and I went to Ireland like 2 years ago, and we walked by it. We saw it. I never bought a pint there. It was busy though. But yeah. Yeah. Are you in Dublin, Jason? Or are you elsewhere? Because if you have a recommendation for the best pints in Dublin, we'll go there. 100%. Yeah. Imagine the dwarves. Interest you in a pint? That's just going to be Chug Life and I in Ireland. And then doing some sightseeing. So we're going to stick around in Dublin for a couple days. But then we're also going to rent the car and travel around. Chug Life has some family, I think, that is either in Limerick or used to live in Limerick. So I think we're going to pop there. Yeah. In Dublin, moved very recently, but was close to the Guinness Storehouse before. Would recommend that if you haven't done it. We definitely want to check that out. I did do it with Pathwife, and I also absolutely loved it, so I want to go with Chug Life. Yeah, we'll do some touristy stuff for sure. Guinness tour. We'll do it. Fan Pint meetup. Yeah, I think we will. As long as Chug Life is okay with it, we'll drop in the Discord if anyone's around. But other than that, you're far from a Guinness connoisseur, so you're not the best for recommendations. Fair enough. Worst case scenario, we can do this. We can Chug Life and I can have a quest where we go around and rate them. Little mini series. Little Discord only series. Do I stream to both Twitch and YouTube? I do. I do multi-stream. So then on my end, like I have a chat that like has Twitch chat and YouTube chat like melded. So whichever is more recent chat comes up first for me. Make a tier list. We'll just become Instagram influencers, Chug Life. Wait, maybe Chug Life and I should make an Instagram account. become travel influencers. Path and Chug. Explore the world. What zone do I hope for next? Man. Ooh, I don't know. Part of me wants the Barrens, but part of me wants Deadwind Pass. Deadwind would be fun. Yeah, Deadwind for sure be a fun zone. You can get a legit black and tan. Let's try around. Try around for sure. King's Head in Galway is a great pub if you're going out there. Okay. I think I've heard of that one, actually. I might have been to it, actually. One of my fun facts like with Guinness is that it's lower calories than most normal lagers. That's true. It's actually crazy. Guinness, like, it has this, like, connotation of being, like, super calorically dense, but it's really not. Well, there's a lot of calories, but, like, not as much as, like, you might think. Time walking event is bonkers. Leveled 5 alts from 1 to 80 in 2 days. Haven't played WoW in years. Wish I knew about this when you reset 3 weeks ago. Man, the leveling is crazy right now, especially with events going on. Yeah, you can boost. You can boost some levels. Oops. Oh, we should probably open up all these real quick, because I got a lot of bag space being cluttered up here. Let me vendor off. I'll see if I want to vendor these. Yeah. I might sell those ones, and these ones, just because they got, like, crazy values. Although, these ones have too many lookalikes, so I don't think I'll sell those ones, just because of the lookalikes. What else? I just want as much bag space as possible here to open up some chests. Let's not vendor the Dark Poon Fair fishing cap today, guys. If at all possible. Oh! New appearance, apparently. There we go. I have... maybe I should sell those ones, actually. No, they're soulbound now. I equipped them. Psych. Congrats. Tie. How many of these do I have? Oh, I only have one in the auction, so I'll sell those as well. Must be one of the few that hates fast leveling. I feel like... I'm kind of with you. I like the slow leveling. But with retail, the way it's set up, the leveling isn't as ideal. So I kind of, on retail, like fast leveling. because it's not the same leveling experience as classic. So in a weird way, I either want like the slow leveling or like really fast, just to get it done with, because it's like get ready to go. You know what I'm saying? I definitely get what you mean though. I don't know what's going on with my stomach. I might have strained an ab. Got a weird situation on the stomach from training, I think. Let's pop back over. I want to make my way back to the Ogre Mound. Yo, Stella. Guys, we got Stella. Say hi, Stella. Also, guys, we got the shorts on, so I can actually show you for the first time the Paladin tattoo I got. Wait. Yeah. So I got the Ashbringers, and then I got the Paladin class order hall, kind of fine line style on the quad. So we're dual wielding Ashbringers. Got the shorts on today. Careful with that camera angle, yeah. We gotta switch to the pools and hot tubs category real quick. Yeah, I got a matching tattoo with my one friend who's a druid. And so he has the druid order hall on his quad, and I got the paladin order hall. Chug Life should get one. Sick. Yeah, it's I like it. I like it. Paladin through and through. Except right now where I'm a rogue. Want to do your favorite weapon? Tashalash. Tashalash. I can't remember which one that is actually. Look at Boo as well, guys. He's being so cute right now. Boo literally just covers his face as a sleep mask. He's napping right now and it's too bright. So he just covers his eyes with his little paws as a little sleep mask. It's actually so cute. The half fire sword from Legion. Ah, yeah. Yeah. I know the one. No, that's a cool sword. Fun fact, here in Australia, you can, or at least could, ask for a pint of Guinness, stout, or a glass of red wine in the hospital with your dinner. That's kind of cool. Gotta get a good hearty stout in the hospital. Bum, bum. Cats are so cute when they do that. They are. Actually the cutest. Half and half, Harp and Guinness. I think I've had that. I think I've had that. I've always been surprised with when things like, when like places have like a, basically a cocktail with Guinness, how pretty much anything you put in Guinness overpowers the flavor of the Guinness. I find like it's very much the case. Ever had a baby Guinness shot? Indeed I have. A little Kahlua and Bailey's on top, generally speaking. It's good. That's it? Yeah, I think I've definitely had that. Not many places have bass. Is that like the What is Bass Ale? Where, is that brewed by who? Where? What is Bass Ale? I don't think I've ever had Bass Ale. The Gongster, the monster. Oh yeah, that's a good one. I've never had that, but I've seen the Instagram reels about it. Harp, Bass, and Guinness are all the same ale. Okay, so Harp's like the lager, Bass is the ale, and Guinness is the stout. Wait, they also... I've had Strongbow. I didn't realize they made Strongbow. Makes sense, though. Oh, they sold it off? Okay. Understandable. Smithwick's too. Love the lore here. This is some good lore, guys. Pronounced Smitic. Wait. Smitics. Oh. Wait, did I get the Shadowcasters down? Strongbow in Australia is an alcoholic cider. Same in Canada. I think that's what you were saying, though. That was made by the same companies, but then the Strongbow cider I think might have been sold off recently. I think that the first drink I ever had when I was 18 was a Strongbow. I think I've had 2 in my whole life, though. Witherbark Troll, but I want the Shadowcasters. Yo, greetings travelers, daily wisdom, let's hear it. The only way to make sense of change is to plunge into it, move with it, and dance with it. Let's go. I like it. I like the daily wisdom. We're over 200 kills on these guys. Over 206 kills on the Shadowcasters, and no drops while live. Good wisdom, though. It's like life's not about waiting for the storm to pass. It's about learning to dance in the rain. Wish I could say I started at the legal age of 18 drinking, but I didn't. You started way earlier. Yeah, I was never really big into drinking underage. I think I had a couple beers with like family or friends. But my first drink, like my first legal drink was Strongbow cider. And there's anything that was underage was all alleged, hypothetical. But no, I never really drank before 18. I played a lot of World of Warcraft, though. I had a drawer in my room that was filled with... You guys ever had C+? Let me see if I can find a picture of it. It's orange pop. Like C+2. This is it. Yeah, right here. I used to love this stuff. C+ 2 liter. Orange pop. I would have that in my drawer, in my room, and I would have Mr. Noodles, like Ichiban noodles. And I would just eat the instant noodles raw and drink my orange pop and play World of Warcraft. They used to carry it at McDonald's. Then they took it away. It was before the era of Coke Zero. And once Coke Zero came, at least at my local McDonald's, they replaced C+ with Coke Zero. Sad day. Real sad day. Room temp soda? Well, the thing was, I was hiding the soda, like the snacks, from my parents. So they had to be they had to be in my like bottom drawer. And I would go to like the convenience store and buy snackies. And those are my go-to snackies. I did drink it warm though. I would prefer it cold, but it was a sneaky pop. You know? I wasn't really allowed to have unlimited full sugar pop, but I'm just saying I wasn't really hiding underage drinking. I was just drinking full sugar pop, playing World of Warcraft. Secret soda, yeah. We do what we can. Yep. Shadowcasters are not looking too good here. I gotta go do a bigger loop. Get some herbs in the meantime. What's the gold at? It's still at like, I guess it's up to 8.2k raw gold. But I haven't done the mailbox clear. I will be doing mailbox clear off stream for the edit today. I do have to finish up a fair amount of editing on the Goldbound episode this afternoon, which will include the mailbox clear as well. Knew a lot of guys that would drive to the nearest town in Alberta on their 18th birthday from BC. Fair, yeah, because in BC the legal age is 19 to drink. Alberta it's 18. A lot of places in the States is 21, I believe. Have I asked my parents if they knew about it? They eventually found it, and I lost the secret drawer of secret food. I think they found me. It was in my backpack, and they're like, "Why do you have like all this Ichiban and pop in your backpack?" And I'm like, "I'm just going upstairs." And then I think they found it. This was when I think I was like 15. Yeah, that was a rough one. Just remember one of the best pints in Guinness you had in Dublin? Hidden bar over the Irish Whiskey Museum in Dublin. Ooh. Really nice little spot. Okay. We'll get it straight from the tap and then go over there. Entire US is 21. Okay. That's kind of what I thought. Some used to be lower. Yeah, fair. If you're a parent, you think you'd be happy if your teenager was only hiding ramen and soda from you. Objectively, yeah. Pretty straight edge rule breaking there. The other rule breaking that my parents found out when because my dad watches my stream a lot. They found out I used to be able to get around the parental locks on my laptop, which I was only allowed to play 2 hours a day of WoW, and I could play like as much as I wanted. They found that out when I told stream about it. It was kind of funny. Those were my big kind of rule breaks, was gaming and snackies. Did they ground me? No, they only found out like 8 months ago, because I was live. I was talking about it, and my dad was tuning in to the stream. They should ground me now. Probably should. To be fair though, grounded is kind of just what I do every day anyways. Did he laugh about it? Yeah. Yeah. Let's just say my siblings had maybe worse rule breaks than I did. I'm a youngest child, so they got the crazy, like, not the crazy ones, but like the more standard teenage experience of like what the rule breaks were probably with them. Yo, Chug Life, no Guinness will be consumed while on our trip. Really? That's surprising. I thought we would have at least a couple. But I guess none, I guess. Alright. None it is, Chug. Also, Chug, what's good? Welcome in. Yeah. Pretty straight edge as a kid. I mean, I'm pretty straight edge now. Like, I don't really... I can play World of Warcraft, I work out, you know, take my dog for walks. Every now and then I'll have a couple of pints, but that's about it. You're with Lizards right now? I was just showing stream my Paladin tattoo, Chug. Lizards is my friend that I have the matching tattoo with. Lizards has the Druid Order Hall. Yeah, I'm a Druid boy. There we go. You think you saw me compete in powerlifting? Do I ever do strongman stuff too? I do. I'm actually right now prepping for Natural World's Strongest Man. I'm under 4 weeks out, so I will be going to Scotland end of August to compete. A little bit new to my... I've been powerlifting for a long time, but a little bit new to strongman. Yo, Killgreed, greetings, traveler. Welcome in, welcome in. Chug Life regain the tattoo that you sent me. I'm 100% down, yeah. 100% down. I showed it to Pathwife, and she wants it too, though, so... Do you think Chug Wife would want to get a quad group tattoo? Because I think if I get it, Pathwife will be jealous and will want to get it as well. Chug Wife. It's just easier to say. What else would I say? Chug. I guess Chug GF. Is that preferable, Chug? Easy now, yeah, easy now. Chug friend. What are we farming now? More lockboxes? Mostly I'm farming the Shadowcasters. So amongst these ogres, there's some trolls that can drop a pretty valuable chest. And they're mixed in with the ogres. Chug really did throw on the emergency brakes there. Lizards, your Chug wife? That checks out. Thought Strongman didn't care for weight that much? Like body weight? It's kind of like most things. There is like there's weight classes, but there's also an open weight class, like without a cap on the weight. And that, especially in Strongman, that gets more like attention. But there are like below that like weight classes. So I compete in the under 231 weight class. And then after that it goes open. So either like you're as much as you want or you're 231 pounds or under. Specifically as well, there's weight classes in both areas, but there are drug tested and non-drug tested federations. The non-drug tested federations, the guys are a bit heavier than the drug tested federations on average. I personally compete in the drug tested federations. Like I said, pretty straight edge. Natty Path confirmed. Confirmed. Yeah, like if you... Most people, like if you think World's Strongest Man or Strongman, you'll picture like Eddie Hall, Brian Shaw, Mateus Kilskowski, Ode Haugen, all these OG strongman. That is like the true like strongest man in the world, like without any asterisks. Like there's no drug testing, there's no weight cap. It's like the strongest man. But then within that, like a lot of sports, there's other federations, other qualifications. So I compete, yeah, in the drug tested weight classes. The natty ranks. John Paul is my goat, yeah. OG, man. Back in the day when they would do log press, they would do the double. They would press it to their head, and they would rest on their head, and they would press it again, the double press. That is now illegal in strongman competition. Highly not good for your neck. Well, the crazy thing is too, like with strongman, or I guess with powerlifting, a lot of like the world records in the natural federation. Well, okay. Also, big asterisks here, guys. Whenever we talk about competitive sports, where people are getting paid money potentially, or you know, Instagram fame for competing, I say natural federation. What I really mean is, I compete in the drug-tested federation. There's a difference. Especially, you know, in certain sports at the world level. Not saying it's everyone, but there's gonna be some people in the drug-tested federations that are gamifying the system and cheating and taking banned substances, but using, you know, medical professionals to know when they will be out of their system and cheating the system. So the best we can say is it is drug-tested, not drug-free. That's an asterisk. But the good thing is, someone can take a lot less if there are periodic drug tests than if they were. But yeah, like a lot of the powerlifting records in the natural federations are darn near close to the records in the unnatural federations. It's crazy. But yeah, there's certain things, right? I mean, look at the Olympics. There's certain things that are in and out of your system, harder to detect. It's a cat and mouse game. So I am natural personally. So that's why I compete in the drug-tested federations, just so that it's a bit more of a level playing field, where most people are probably also natural. But even if they're not, at least I know they're not absolutely blasting on the day of the competition. Probably. That being said, Chug Life and I both did a powerlifting meet like 5 years ago, drug tested. There was like 40 people that competed, and 10 people got tested, and like 7 people got busted. So, you know, is what it is, man. Is what it is. I think a lot of them got busted for like stimulants though, not like anabolics, but I don't know. Yeah. For me, like, I just... A, the health risks. B, the cost. C, man, I already got so many health problems. I don't need to add another variable of taking, like, steroids. And also, like, I want to be able to train and just know my body really well. That's a whole nother variable. Like, I've been able to train for the last 15 years and get stronger year over year. Granted, it really slows down, but... At least I know the progress is like from improving like the training versus got a really good set of steroids this 1 year. That way it doesn't fluctuate. I'm a simple man. It's very much like how I like farming in Goldbound. I like the simplicity and the enjoyment of farming these old zones. Even though I could make more gold elsewhere. It's too, you know, it's just too complex, man. It's like doing profession crafting in retail with knowledge points. I'd rather just enjoy my Arathi Highlands. Yeah. Yeah, taking performance enhancing drugs wouldn't be a net positive on your health. Especially not at the doses people take for, like, competitive sports. Of course, there's certain situations, like with doctor prescribed, like hormonal replacement therapy. That's different. That's within the natural ranges and, like, prescribed. Even then, a lot of people, I think, now get that prescribed online. But, is what it is. Hit that like button, people. Yo, Grey Dyer. Appreciate that. That being said, I mean, I know quite a few people who have decided, you know, to hop on. I got no issue with it as long as you're not competing in natural federations. It's a personal decision. You do you. But, once you start competing in drug-tested federations, it's a little bit like, alright, you know, maybe let's just not do that. Maybe we shouldn't be doing that. Not a great look. We're 200 kills down on these, 210 kills down on these guys. Yeah, if it's with a doctor and it's like legit, then that's just a medical intervention. 100%. Nice to know that you get to keep most of your gains. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's for me, like the gym and strength, conditioning and all that stuff, it's like it's a lifelong game, right? So maybe not powerlifting and strongman lifelong, but definitely some variant of the gym. All right, let's open up these lock boxes, guys. Quick prediction. We have... This is a crazy one if it hits, by the way. We have 23 junk boxes. I'm going to do a prediction. Will a blue weapon drop? Any of the 4 blue weapons would count. Black Venom Blade, Talon of Vultros, Evocator's Blade, Silver Blade. It's extremely unlikely, guys, just so you guys know. I'll do a 2-minute submission on this one and use the washroom real quick. I'll also do a YouTube prediction as well. I don't think it's in here, by the way, guys. I'm just saying, for some fun, we can do a quick prediction here, a little Friday prediction. Yes. No. Alright, real quick bio, and then I'll be back to open these up. Oh, hey, boo. All right. Do we have any believers? Let's have a look. YouTube is believing 34% on YouTube. Twitch 3%. I like it. I like it, guys. Let's open them up. All right, that's one. Stay positive, guys. It could happen. If a blue drops, you've lost everything. I mean, it's probably a safe bet. I think it's probably 1 in 10,000 realistically on these things. Like, there's no... Like, according to Wowhead, there's no drops, but ATT says otherwise. Alright, nothing so far. It could happen. So far, the best item is a lesser moonstone. Can I show you the ATT thing that says it? Yeah. So hovering over there, it says contains Black Venom Blade, Talon of Veltros, Evocator's Blade, and Sliver Blade. Oh, we got like 5 more. Yeah, 5 more. 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. Well, it didn't drop, guys. Unfortunately. Pretty safe bet, but you never know. It could have dropped. It's in the next one. Always in the next one. Let's see if these trolls have respawned. Nope. No troll respawns yet. Doesn't look like. Wanted to be wrong. Yeah. It's what it is. But guys, we got some editing to do today. So we're gonna call it here on the Goldbound, but rest assured, there is an episode dropping tomorrow, main channel, Goldbound, with the mailbox clear. Right now, we've been in this zone for 27.5 hours total. Some more time was tied to the zone as well. 8.3k raw gold. We'll see what the mailbox has. So until next time, go with honor, friend.